Alrighty, time for a little Duel Commander. I haven't played that in a bit, and this deck is super fun. This is actually by far my favorite Duel Commander deck I've played. It's Duel Commander or partner Rograkh, son of Rogah, and Sveshsat, Doom of Fools. This you never cast, so you can only get to cast one of these. You don't just get double the commanders. But this means because they have partner, it means I get to play black and red cards. And this is a combo deck, which really is made so much better by the fact that you have a 0-mana creature. And what I mean by that is you get to play cards like Skull Clamp, and you get to play cards like Culling the Weak. It's probably the best card to take use of Rogah. It's a 1-mana, add 4-mana ritual. And then you've got like Underworld Breach, you've got bonus round, Flare of Duplication, kills with Empty the Warrens or Tendrils. Tendrils is obviously better. Stormscale Scion. It's got Yogg-Will, Groom Tutor. It's just straight up black-red sacrifice combo. Tons of lands that sacrifice for mana, like Ebon Stronghold and Dwarven Ruins and Crystal Vein. This deck is sweet. I actually played a video of this for TCG Player. You can check it out on their YouTube. And it was just fun enough that I want to do it again. So let's get in there. Let's play a league and let's see how this pans out. This deck is a lot of fun. All right. Playing against Aragorn. That's like kind of the default best deck in Duel Commander. If I had to play a Duel Commander tournament, which I would actually love to do someday, I would probably play Aragorn. But I do like that this deck has some good play against all the anti-creature stuff in those decks. That said, I'm going to have to mulligan this hand. It's actually really close to a keep because Nasty End, sack Rograkh, draw 3 cards, so good. But I just don't think I can keep a 1-lander that isn't even black mana. So let's mull this. Okay. Yeah, Springleaf Drum is another funny one. This is a turn 2 Necro. I could Necro Final Fortune. Let me see. I'll keep this. So I got turn 1 Drum, turn 2 Necro. I guess I can't do both at once. Do I put back Flare of Duplication, Final Fortune, or Desperate Ritual? It's pretty close. Let's put back Final Fortune, I think. Unfortunately, I'm on the draw here. They also mold to 6. But we'll see how this goes. Hopefully they don't have like, I mean, they're just going to have a 2-mana counter a lot of the time. So it'd be nice to draw a little bit of hand disruption. Fatal Push is not what I want in this matchup. Springleaf Drum, pass. Grief would be an amazing draw. Just get to pitch Fatal Push, grief them on 2. We're going to get a Thundering Falls. Nope, Meticulous Archive. Yeah, kind of same thing. I mean, there is a chance that they do end up like tapping out for something on turn 2, but they have a lot of 2-mana counters, so, and a lot of free counters, so that obviously can be an issue. Let's see if we can figure something out. Oh, no, this is Prismatic Ending. Damn. I had to play the Springleaf Drum, so now I'm not as close to Necroing. Obviously, I'm not going to do it this turn. Oof. 2 terrible draws in a row. Well, that's unfortunate. I mulliganed. The one saving grace is the Necro. They stopped me from playing that, and my draws have been bad so far. So not maybe a shining endorsement of this deck to start with, but that's okay. And I mean, any land that's untapped, of course, lets me Necro next turn, and maybe I get to Fatal Push something. Oh, I had an Upkeep Stop. I had an Upkeep Stop because I Shelldock Isled a Fractured Identity on my opponent's Upkeep in my last Cube game. Draw. I mean, I just have to go for it. Oh, Greedy Freebooter. I will play that. And pass the turn. Yeah, they definitely have a counterspell in their hand. So, what I kind of hope is that they play Aragorn. I'm kind of considering Fatal Pushing the Freebooter at the end of their turn. Because getting a treasure and a scry. I mean, I actually seems like it has to be the right play to do that. And then if I draw a land, I can play Necro. The only thing that's a shame is it would be nice to then have the Fatal Push to kill Aragorn, but you know that's not going to happen. Brainstorm. Are they not going to crack a fetch? They're just going to chill. Into untapped mana. I kind of the Fatal Push play I would do if they played tapped out for Aragorn. Given that they didn't, I think I can just wait. Oh, okay. So let's go Collective Brutality. I'm actually going to drain them for 2 also. No, actually, they're just going to counter this. Let's just cast it for discard. And I guess I could have discarded a card to kill my freebooter there. I just still think this is just going to get countered, so... Oh my god. Oh, because I thought that was going to be Cryptic Command, though. Oh, Mana Tithe me? Well, I mean, that's not actually that bad. I guess I will attack. I don't care if it gets ambushed or anything. Send this. What is this? Is this Tidebinder to block? Wow, this play does not seem good. So, way happier that they played this as a 3-2 to kill my thing. They only have 2 cards in hand? I mean, did you think I wanted this thing in play? All right. I get to scry 1. I'll put that on the bottom. And I guess now they go Aragorn. I still kind of need to draw a land, because if I play Necro into 7 power, it is not ideal. This looks like an Aragorn to me. It is indeed. I mean, I could Fatal Push the Aragorn. I guess I can just wait to see what I draw. Because if I draw a land, it's pretty nice. Because I get to go Necro plus sack treasure, Fatal Push to kill the Aragorn. Just to take a lot less damage. And if I can resolve a Necro... Alright. It's like turn 5. Can I just draw a land here? Is that too much to ask? Oh. Okay, well, I guess that's not as good as drawing a land, but... I think it's worth doing. Sack this. Turn to the command zone. Quad black. Fatal Push the Aragorn. They definitely have a counter. Alright, we're going to make... Excuse me? Subtlety? Okay. That's a play you can make. I'm not sure what's going on there. They could have subtletied my Rograkh, but... Alright. I was going to go play Rograkh again, play Necro, but now I think I'm just going to play Necro. The odds they have a counter have to be lower now, right? Yeah. Alright, well, I'll set aside... some cards here. And I think I'm going to bolt the Tidebinder, because that's like... Here, I'll do 7. So I have 7 cards. Oh, no. 6 cards. I'll go 7 cards. Bolt Tidebinder, because that's like drawing 3 cards. It's like I just Ancestraled. And I can go 1 more. All right. Pass the turn. Well, that was an odd sequence of events. I just shoot 8 lands. Okay. Let's get some lands out of here, I guess. I don't know, maybe I should have kept Expedition Map and not kept Lotus Bloom. I don't even know. Alright. Well, they have the Monarch, so that's something. They can't recast Aragorn this turn. Alright, they didn't do anything. I can't even play Pentide Prism for 2. This is amazing. It really is. I mean, I think I still just suspend the Lotus Bloom, play Sandstone Needle. I'm just going to play Pentide Prism for 1. I just have to spend my mana. I could play Rograkh, but I think that this is going to be better. And now, Necro. I'm going to try to go off next turn. I guess I Necro to 4, so I don't die to Lightning Bolt. Is that... Let's see. 4 cards. So do I think I'm going to win in my top 5 cards? Or do I just Necro into 1? Here, let's pass to my first main just to see if there's something they'll do. Okay. I'm just going to Necro down to 1. I feel like the odds that I die here are... What is this? Basically, I think that those 5 cards might not be enough to win me the game. So I'm just going to go to 1. It doesn't really open the door for that much more to kill me. Though obviously it's possible. All right. Are they letting me get my cards in hand? They are. Okay. All right, I'm definitely going to... Well, now I wish I'd Necroed a little less, but I am definitely going to win the game next turn if they don't have something. Okay, let me discard. Okay, they didn't play anything in a turn, so let's discard land, 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 and Thoughtseize, and I mean, Desperate Ritual, sure. Oh, I guess they could play something now because the Necro triggers, but I kind of feel like they wouldn't necessarily know that. Okay, I didn't get bolted. Fourth Earlingus would have killed me no matter what. It doesn't matter if they have Aragorn now. I mean, they do get to draw a card end of turn, so maybe if they don't have something here, they could draw it later. Next turn, I assume I win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Yeah. Take a good look. I get to start with Dread Fugue and then Red of Flame, Seething Song, DT with Breach. Like, it should be pretty easy. I mean, I could almost kill without Breach, just like DT for Tendrils. I'm actually pretty close to just doing that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 10 damage already. Obviously, I will just cast the Breach or cast Flare. All right, they didn't do anything. All right, all right. I mean, hopefully I look at their hand and it's just a bunch of Swords to Plowshares and whatnot. They didn't bolt me end of turn. My Lotus Bloom that's never coming out. Dread Fugue. I want to at least know what I'm playing against here. Show me what you're working with. Counterspell, okay. Red, Rite of Flame. Do I want to play Rograkhing? Huh. They could have Force of Will. The upside of playing Rograkhing. Oh, Days? Okay, yeah, I'll pay for Days. Days for Days? Okay, I feel like they don't have more counters. Seething Song. Underworld Breach. Let's go Greedy Freebooter. Hold on. No, let's go Seething Song, Exile Bolt, Fatal Push, Dread Fugue. Play Rograkhing. Calling the Weak. Pay a black, sack this. Exile these 3, I guess. And then this time I'm actually going to put Rograkhing in the graveyard. Demonic Tutor and then Tendrils. All right. That did not seem like a game I should have won, and I think I really shouldn't have, but we take those. We are allowed to win those. All right. Up a game, and if we could win that game, I feel like we could win any game. All right, time for game 2. It's also not a great draw, but, well, So Phyrexian Tower can obviously sack Rograkhing. I can then cast Inquisition, Collective Brutality. Pyroblast is good against them, but bonus round and Pier aren't, and my mana's pretty bad. I kind of think I just mulligan this hand. Okay, this I like more. Put back Bolt, I think. Expedition map can get Urza's Saga or Lake of the Dead. Those are the 2 biggest lands to get, I would say. All right. And do I want to lead on Impulsive Pilfer? Oh, yes. Yes, I do. Oh, that was a great draw. Look at that. Lead on this. Am I getting Mana Tithed? Oh, Mental Misstep. Well, I'm glad I led on that instead of Skull Clamp, huh? Turn 2, I probably Revelation here. I could go land Skull Clamp, but, well, it depends. If they leave 2 mana up, I don't really want to play Skull Clamp into 2 mana. They have a lot of 2 mana counters. But if I just go Resentful Revelation to start things out, that sounds pretty reasonable to me. This would have been nice to clamp, though. Little Goblin Pirate. Okay, Brainstorm. No fetch land. All right. Your goal in the Aragorn matchup is try to kill them the turn they play Aragorn if you can. Let's cast Resentful Revelation. And if they want to counter it, they can. Cabal Ritual, Soul Talisman. This says suspend 3. Sandstone Needle. I'm going to take Cabal Ritual because I'm pretty well on my way to Threshold. And I feel like Expedition Map can find me another land. Oh, Felia? No, Cathar Commando. Okay, well. I did mulligan and put that bolt back. I mean, a land would have been good too, but Cabal Ritual is going to get me 5 mana a lot of the time here if it resolves, so. What are they doing? They got, oh, Teferi Time Raveler. All right, I don't really play at instant speed, so it's not that bad for me. It does let them play sorceries at instant speed, but that also doesn't matter that much. All right. You know, if I don't draw a land here, then I'll probably just go Skullclamp Rograkhing. Do I have any... Am I close to getting something going here? Yeah, not that close. Let's start by casting Skullclamp. Cast Rograkhing. Just going to equip here. I don't think I want to use a ritual. I'll return this to the command zone. Draw 2 cards. Let's go. Land. Okay, Blood Crypt is nice. Land, pay the life, play map. And it's another swamp. So if I map for Lake of the Dead, I could get a pretty big burst of mana. Though Lake of the Dead Beseech the Queen is not a good combo because this cares about how many lands you have. We'll see what they do. They might have to spend a mana to kill Skullclamp, though they don't really need to kill it until I equip, so they don't have to waste the mana. They also could just play Aragorn this turn, but I think I'd be pretty happy about that. I have a lot of rituals in my hand, too. A lot of rituals. Okay, bounce my map, sure. Jules, what are you a little huffing about? There's no one around. What's going on? I guess they don't need to play Aragorn here, but I can also just, I don't know, we'll see, maybe take my time a little bit more. Let's see. This costs 4 to Encore. Huh. Map. Rograkhing. I guess if I cast Rograkhing and try to clamp it, it's going to get Cathar Commandoed. Let's just cast Map. They're not going to counter, I don't think. And I could Beseech the Queen here for 4 mana. I kind of like, or try 4 cards. I get a Badlands here. I think I just cast this and see what's happening. I got Force of Negation. Yeah, Force of Negation is going to get me almost every time, so that's not that big of a deal. Plus Teferi. They kept the Cathar Commando to just keep beating me down. Well, if they have Aragorn this turn, it kind of makes sense because they still have 1 mana left to use Cathar Commando. Basically, I just need to draw a big card of any kind or a combo card of any kind, and I feel like I have a lot of rituals because Cabal Ritual is going to have Threshold and everything. All right. And I'm kind of dead next turn. All right. A little DT action? No, that's not so much. So if I go for Clamp, yeah, that actually sounds fine though, because it kills the Cathar Commando, then I get another turn. I don't die this turn. Or actually, hold on. Sack map. Actually, no, I don't want to sack map. I want to sack map for Lake of the Dead, so I think that's fine. So let's just clamp here. Just forces them to Cathar Commando, I would imagine. Oh, Fiery Impulse. They have that, huh? Well, yeah, I'll return it to the command zone. Play a land. Pass the turn. Okay, well, I go to 1 then. If they have any burn spell or haste or I die. And I get 1 more turn to draw something. Sure. Okay. Well, game 3 time. Maybe I went up the mulligan. This deck does not mulligan every time, but so far it has. All right. Well, I'd like to play first. Chip Medallion Commander, Peat Bog. Okay. All right. I can deal with this. It's a little mana light. It's got 2 7-drops in hand, but Jet Medallion helps, makes your black spells 1 cheaper. And Inquisition and Unmask are quite good, especially with like the second 7-drop. I can just use pitch 1 to unmask. Okay. So I kind of want to draw lands and rituals now, and not that. Okay, well, let's go Inquisition here. They can't even spell pierce it. It's the nice part. Oh, they could, but I would be able to pay for a Peat Bog. Oh, Brainstorm's pretty good. Okay, I guess I might, depending on what I hit, play a Jet Medallion this turn as well, because I'm going to have to use the Peat Bog mana. It'd be really nice to draw another land. I feel like this match I've been kind of plagued by bad draws. I did win the game where they pitched Subtlety for just no effect. That was nice, I guess. I don't think they're going to make me miss with Inquisition here, but I think that they will, if they have like a good counterspell or something, leave it on top of their deck. That's what the Unmask is for. Really, my only concern with casting Jet Medallion, why I might hold off, is I want to cast Seasoned Pyro when I draw a land. Fairy Mastermind, Giver of Runes, Galvanic Discharge. These cards are all not very good. All right, let's just take Fairy Mastermind then. And Solitude. All right. Let's just pass. I don't really need to cast this Jet Medallion right now, and it's not going to help casting the Seasoned Pyro. The problem is if I cast Jet Medallion and then I draw red, I can't cast Pyromancer without losing Peat Bog, which would be bad. Okay, so that was Spire Bluff. They had that one, of course. Map is actually kind of interesting. Sack this, and I think Raucous is what I want. I could get Urborg, because it makes the Peat Bog tap for more mana, but I need red mana, so let's get, where to go? Oh, I guess actually I should just get Wooded Foothills. And then their upkeep do it because of Tidebinder. I really don't want to get Tidebindered here. Okay, crack this. Let's get Raucous Theater. I still would be okay with a land, to be honest. Pentad Prism? No, I don't really want that. Okay. Their hand, I mean, they have an Aragorn always, because that's the way the format works. Their hand otherwise doesn't look amazing. If I draw a land here, it'd be pretty good. I kind of want to unmask. Not finding a land is tough. I could just play Jet Medallion next turn. I'd still be like pretty short on. I could play Rograkhing first, but that doesn't really do much for me. Maybe I should have kept Pentad Prism, honestly. I didn't. The thing is, drawing a land would be so much better. I'm going to play Jet Medallion and do nothing else this turn, I think. If they counter it, I don't care that much. Okay. So next turn, I mean, if I draw a Ritual or something next turn, then they're going to get a Meticulous here, I would imagine. Then I might be in a position to go Unmasked Ritual, cast Peer into the Abyss or something, and draw a million cards, or cast Behold if there's like a 3-card kill. All right, they didn't play Aragorn. All right. Land would still be good here. Oh, they're going to play the Giver of Runes? Okay. That is totally fine by me. That doesn't really do anything. Okay, mana. All right. I think I have to sack the Peat Bog and duress them. Another turn of doing nothing does not sound like a good play to me. This also means I don't have to pitch Unmask, which is kind of nice. Counterspell, all right. Well, let's cast Seasoned Pyro. Yeah, I mean, I could have unmasked first, but I didn't really want to pitch 2 cards and then play Seasoned Pyro. That didn't seem like a good play, and they had to have a 1-mana counter. Well, now that you can just play Aragorn and I just lose. Well, disappointing first round, I will say. But hopefully the next ones go better. Do I have any outs here? Not really. I mean, I'm not technically dead right away, but I'm just so far away from doing anything. Like so far, this deck has looked like really terrible. I will admit. I mean, if I draw Cabal Ritual exactly, that's like kind of close to doing something. I guess I've got no plays. All right. Normally this deck would be able to beat like really just 2 counters and nothing else. I mean, maybe they have more stuff. Who knows? But it's really not had a good showing so far. Losing a game with like 7 rituals in hand, then losing a game with, 5 gas cards in hand and no lands. But I go to 15 now. They didn't play a land this turn. That's not good news either. All right, Cabal Ritual. Let's go. Skull Clamp. All right, exile. Peer into the abyss. Let's unmask here. Remand. Okay. Well, let's do this again. What is this? Oh, they had a lot more. Vendilion Click? Oh, good. I mean, I guess they can take my Skull Clamp now. Okay. That's really the only card that does anything in my hand right now, so I wouldn't be surprised if they took it. Though they might not, because they could maybe Solitude the Rograkh in response to me trying to clamp it, which would also be fairly effective. All right. I don't even want to see their hand. All right, on to round 2. All right. Let's try that again. That was unfortunate. All right. I'm playing against Kefka, Courtmage, Grixis. Yeah, this hand has 2 good answers for counterspells and a ritual. It doesn't have a way to win yet, like a big card of any kind, but that's okay for now. I've got a little bit of time. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's very nice too. Let's play Raucous Theater. Yeah, Resentful Revelation seems okay. I have a bit of time. My experience playing the Kefka deck, actually, one of the first times I played against this black-red deck was when I was playing that deck. And I remember feeling like I was not prepared well for it. Because the Kefka deck, it's got counters, it's got discard. Those things are good for sure. But it also has just like a lot of creature removal. And this deck doesn't really care too much about that. It's not 0, but it's not a lot. All right, let's swamp. And let's just take a little time here. Let's cast Revelation. You can counter it if they want. And then next turn, I'll probably go Collective Brutality. All right, counterspelled. Remanded. All right. And probably untapped Blood Crypt, Collective Brutality, and just kind of see what's going on. Oh, Lake of the Dead is nice. All right. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to play Revelation first. Because I still don't care if they counter this. Diabolic Intent. Okay. That looks pretty good. Sack a creature to Demonic Tutor. So I have double Demonic Tutor in hand. And next turn, I have a lot of mana. Oh, they did have an end of turn play. Hope it's not Vendilion Click. Oh, Brain Surge? Sure. The only downside of not Pyroblasting Brain Surge is that if they find discard off it, it's less good, but I think more likely they'll have counters. All right, so let's cycle this and get a swamp. Draw. Let's start with just Collective Brutality and make them discard and just kind of see what's up. Because I think I could win here pretty easily. If I play Lake, sack a swamp, tap, sack, Blood Crypt, I have 4 mana, 5 mana, 7 mana, and I have Diabolic Intent. What is this? Sink into Stupor, bounce it to my hand? Sure. So let's see. I have 5. 4, 5, 6, 7. Tent down to 5 mana, DT. If I get Underworld Breach, I can get Cabal, or I can get Cabal Ritual Yogwill. Yeah, that would probably work too. All right, Lake of the Dead, Sack Swamp. Ritual. Mental Misstep on the Ritual. Okay. Yeah, let's Pyroblast. Mental Misstep. Basically, it's casting Pyroblast as Ritual. If they have another one... So now it's 5 spells. So if I collect Brutality, it's 6 spells. Rograkhing 7 spells. Yeah, so that's enough. So let's just cast this. Target opponent. And I'll make them lose 2 life also. Discard this Soul Talisman. It's not really doing anything for me. Fatal Push and Wash Away. Oh, counter target spell that wasn't cast from its owner's hand. Yeah, I'll take Wash Away. DT. So let's see, if I go Cabal Ritual, I get up to 5 mana. Actually, hold on. Diabolic Intent. Actually, can I not win here? Let me see, hold on. So if I can just Tendrils, I win, but I think I'm actually slightly short. I guess the Collective Brutality, I mean, Collective Brutality, the thing would have potentially got me. Let's see, if I DT for Cabal Ritual, then I go to 5 mana, and I can tutor for anything. But if I tutor for Yogwill and play it, I actually can't. I don't have mana left to restart here. I could get Flare of Duplication and Rograkhing. No, that doesn't work. Oh wow, am I gonna have to just get Necro and just play a Necro? I might have to. I think I'm actually slightly short here. Maybe I need to not collect it. But the problem is if I don't collect a Brutality, there's like a lot of stuff they could have. All right, I guess we'll do that then. Or, hold on, Beseech the Mirror. Now I have to sack Artifact, Enchantment, or Token, and Rograkhing is actually not any of those things. If I get Beseech and then Diabolic, no, that doesn't work. All right, so I guess I'm going to get... Yeah, I'll get Cabal Ritual. It feels like there's a win here. Am I missing something? Oh, I have 3 mana floating. Yeah, I guess it just is Necropotence. Okay. Well, I think there's a pretty good chance I win next turn, given that they don't have anything in there. They have a Bowmasters, but that doesn't actually change much. Okay, so I'm going to Necro down to 10. So this is currently 8 cards, 9 cards, 10 cards, 11 cards, 12 cards. All right. Seems like that'll give me a pretty good chance here. Okay, yield to this thing. Draw. They get to crack their Misty if they want. So they can play Bowmasters at some point here. I mean, it's actually good against all those things. Demonic Console. I gotta have Delirium, right? Yeah. Oh, and there's Tendrils. Okay. Breach. Yeah. This should be enough, assuming they don't have another counter. But there's a decent chance they might have to play Kefka next turn. Just because, what else are they going to do? Their hand is currently Bowmasters and Fatal Push. They kept a card on top. Okay, so I need to discard 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I can discard Gamble, or I can discard one of these 7s. I'll discard the Abyss. I'll discard the other 7 also. Okay. I mean, I have a lot of mana next turn. We'll see what they do. So this is gone. They can Play a land and pass. Seems like they're going to play Kefka. They do. And I think I discard Beseech the Queen. They discard Fatal Push. All right. And I hope that they don't have, let's see, land, sack this. Yeah, I can go Demonic Council. I mean, this should be easy. I can beat a Force of Will here. I will get Grief, Exile, Nasty End. And then now, even if they have a force here, they have to have like double force, I guess, which seems pretty difficult. They did keep a card on top. Oh, it was nothing. Okay. Underworld Breach. And then Cabal Ritual. I mean, I was just dead out of the grave. They were just dead out of the graveyard. Cabal Ritual, Demonic Tutor, Tendrils or something. I had Tendrils in hand, but that didn't matter too much. All right. Look, that was a reasonable thing. We got a game through a bunch of interaction, like kind of the deck was supposed to do, but, you know, it doesn't always work out that way. Okay, on the draw now. And this hand looks pretty good too. It's got a Braid, which is not great, but I have Urza's Saga, which is pretty good against control decks, with a Vault to power it up, and Ransack to find something, and then Collective Brutality as a discard. Okay, they mulligan to win. Turn on Command Tower, go. Oh, Jet Medallion, that's actually a pretty nice turn 2 play. I could Simian Spirit Guide it out on turn 1, but I don't really think that that helps too much, because I naturally have a turn 2 play here. All right, let's get Raucous Theater. Excuse the thumping. We've got the full zoo in town, as it were. I don't really want Mountain very much. I mean, a land at some point won't be bad. Oh, I guess I'll go Drum. If they want to counter it. Rograkhing, if they want to counter it again, that's fine. Jet Medallion. If they want to counter this, that's also fine. All right, and then next turn I've got moves. I don't really care if they counter the Jet Medallion, to be honest. I mean, I would rather have it in play, but because that way next turn I can go Ransack the Lab plus activate Urza's Saga. Now's a good time for them to kill my Rograkhing, I guess. That would be a decent play. Looks like they're going to bolt it. Yeah. And that's why I played the Drum before playing Rograkhing. If you play Rograkhing first there, and then you play the Drum, and then they bolt the Rograkhing, not a good look. I mean, next turn I still get to kind of make the same play. I just main phase make the Saga token, and then tap it to the Drum. Boom, 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 the beat of a drum. You address me? Oh, Ritual. Oh, a turn 3 Kefka. Okay, well, Dark Ritual is pretty strong in their deck. Yeah, I guess I'll discard a Braid. I don't really think that one's going to help. Well, this is going to make things a little harder. I'm not going to lie. They just drew 3 off that because they discarded an artifact land. Okay. Troll doesn't do much either. So now I have to decide, do I even care about making Saga tokens? This doesn't fly, but they're not going to be big enough. They'll be a 4/4. Yeah, it's still probably fine to make it, though. And then Ransack. I don't really want to cast Collective Brutality yet, because I want to do that when I have spells to play afterwards, because they're about to draw a bunch of cards off Kefka, too. It's a strong card. Ransack the Lab again. Oh, there goes Rabbit. Let's just get Seething Song, because I have Collective Brutality already. I can't really afford to take Thoughtseize there. I'm going to lose to this Kefka pretty fast. So I'm going to discard the Troll. Doesn't really net me mana next turn. Turn 3 Kefka is doing some things. The whole Saga make some things against counter is not good. Discard Troll. They discarded a Mistrise Village. Oh, the uncounterable one, sure. They drew another 2 cards there. Now they don't really have to do anything. I don't think I make another token. Well, here's the problem. There's no 1-mana play that does anything. I guess Skull Clamp is the thing. But I have to cast the Rograkhing. It's expensive. Yeah, let's make a token. That's fine. Oh, am I going to get Tidebindered here? Yeah, that's fine too. But they don't need to sack a land to do that. Unless they want to just leave Command Tower untapped, I guess. I'll get Skull Clamp here. And do I want Collective Brutality? Maybe I don't. Maybe I just chill. Well, that doesn't seem like it's going to work out great for me either. No, let's Skull Clamp the token. No. I don't like any of my options. I'm just going to pass the turn. We'll see what they do. And I'm not going to attack, I don't think. I don't think I'm going to win this game. That I don't. Like, they've just drawn so many cards off Kefka. I have to imagine it's not going to work out well for me. I mean, as usual, I'm not that far away from doing something. I've got a Seething Song, I've got a discard spell, I've got a Jet Medallion in play, which can do some stuff. The Jet Medallion's kind of underwhelmed me so far, so I made a couple cuts the first time. I cut like, what did I cut? I don't remember, but I added Night's Whisper because I like that card, and I think I took out another removal spell. I just felt like the deck had too many removal spells. The whole point of this deck is to kind of like just present combo stuff, I think, but we'll see. You know, whatever's happening here, I don't really like it. It's not going to be good for me. Tainted Pact. Yeah, I mean, they'll find whatever they want. Shieldred, Prismatic Vista, Sauron's Ransom, Mire, Flats. Yeah, no reason to take any of those cards. Swamp. I don't know how many basics they have. They could be running into some issues here. Tainted Pact fizzles if you hit doubles. My deck only has one double, which is the second swamp. Oh, Meringue River Regent, nice. Toxic Deluge, yeah, none of those do anything. Memory Lapse? Remand? No, they're looking for something. Okay, they took Remand. No, they took a different card. Hold on. Mystic Confluence? That sounds worse than Remand and Memory Lapse to me. Oh, no, they're going to bounce my constructs. But they're going to tap out here? Okay. We got a shot. We have to draw something, but we got a shot. All right. I think I just discard the Unmask because Collective Brutality only costs 1 mana. Feels like that's going to be sufficient. They discarded Thundering Falls. They drew 3 more cards. Okay. Oh. Do I got some gamble? What do I gamble for? Problem is this costs 2. Yeah. I think I just don't play around a counter. I can just gamble for Underworld Breach and just take my 50-50. All right. Let's do it. Okay. Underworld Breach. It doesn't necessarily win me the game, but I feel like it's going to do something. So now, Storm Count 3. I can gamble again. I automatically discard it. I do know that, but... Well, maybe I go Seething Song first. Oh, wait, no, it's Jet Medallion, not the other one. So I can go Rite of Flame. Exile 3. Seething Song, Gamble, Seething Song Exile 3, Gamble Exile. So Seething Song exiles 3, Gamble exiles 3. And then I can replay the card. The question is, what am I going to gamble for? Do I want Seething Song? I could get Manamorphose. All right. So looking at the deck list again. Oh no, I can't play Manamorphose. I forgot. It's a green card. So ultimately, I think Empty the Warrens or Stormscale Scion is what I want to do. Can I get to Stormscale Scion? Let's see. If I go Seething Song, it's 5, Seething Song, and Gamble. No, I can Empty the Warrens. I can get black mana. It's costly. I can play Rograkhing and tap the drum, but it doesn't help me too much here. So if I Seething Songed up to 5, exile those 3, and then, or exile these 3, for example, and then I Gamble, exile those 3. I guess I can Warrens then. All right, let's go. Seething Song. Gamble. Empty the Warrens. And then empty the Warrens, exiling these 3. Make a bunch of goblins, and then Springleaf Drum and Skull Clamp, might as well. Well, I don't know how likely this is to win me the game, but pretty cool that I went off from like not very much to start with. Gamble is a powerful card. All right. And let's Skull Clamp. Tapping that very same goblin. Okay, I get to maybe grief them this turn. I get to get Badlands. Clamp again. If I draw a black card, I definitely gonna grief. Oh, that's a good black card, but I should still just grief because I can draw so many cards with Skull Clamp if it's undisturbed next turn. And I got to grief them after all this. Is just really not bad. Memory Deluge, Heartless Summoning. Huh, that's a funny accelerant. Snapcaster Mage. To get Tainted Pact, Great Furnace. I don't really care about Nile Spellbomb at this point. Deluge Spell Snare. All right, let's just take the Snapcaster. Pass the turn. I have 12 goblins. I have 1 card in hand, which I guess I can discard if I need be. And I don't think this is going to go great for me, but, you know, we'll see. I'm definitely going to block here. Okay, what are they going to discard? Heartless Summoning, I guess. Indeed. All right. Block. Can I all of these block? Is that a thing? No, I guess not. All right. Block. I don't think it really helps me to have this, all these. I think throwing away 4 goblins to kill Kefka is worth it, so I'm going to do that. Okay. I have enough goblins to Skull Clamp as much as I want, pretty much. They have 8 cards in hand now. That's a lot of cards, but maybe this looks okay. I don't know. If they can't kill the Skull Clamp, that's a pretty big game. All right, Flare of Duplication. Interesting. That's actually a pretty good card. Let me attack for 8, because it seems like it's worth doing that. Oh, maybe I should have attacked for 7 because of the Springleaf Drum. I didn't really consider that. What is this? Fatal Push? Or something like that? Oh, yeah, all right. That's fine. Clamp. I mean, there's a chance I could just use these tokens to try to kill them, I suppose. I don't think I need to play Rograkhing. I think just clamping is still going to be better, though. It feels like drawing a bunch of cards is going to be a pretty reasonable way to try to win this game. Maybe not. Maybe just have more goblins in play works better. I don't know. Okay. 2 mana. Kill a goblin token. All right. This is a slog. They didn't play a land this turn. That's interesting. All right. This time I think I'm going to attack for 2 and then keep the Springleaf Drum mana up. That does seem better. Bolt? They're just going through it. I could Flare of Duplication the bolt onto them. No, I shouldn't do that. That's a bad play. I think I can win this turn. Let's see. Skull Clamp to start with. I think any ritual or cheap spell does a lot for me here. That doesn't do anything. Because what I can do is I can cast Beseech the Mirror. And then maybe Flare of Duplication it. And I get Tendrils. All right, let's go. That means I can't sack the Goblin token, but what I can do is I can cast Mausoleum Secrets. It only costs 1 mana. I have I have 1 creature, so they actually can Nihil Spellbomb me to make it so this doesn't get anything. They did not. Oh, and I can Duress? All right. Prismatic Vista, sack this. What a game. All right, Swamp, Duress you. Shielded Edict, Spell Snare, Logic Knot. I see. Logic Knot is the card I want to take. And then cast. So their hand has nothing that can cast with Bargain. Sack Springleaf Drum. Well, I meant to Flare of Duplication that, but holding control somehow didn't work, but that's okay. They can sack Nihil Spellbomb to draw a card. Wash Away can counter the card that I cast off Beseech, but I'm just going to get Tendrils. And then Flare of Duplication the Tendrils. All right. Oh, nice. This is going to give me a priority window because this is going to be better to... Why is it just passing me? I don't understand. Okay. Oh, it's non-token. Oh. Okay. Well, that makes things a little bit worse. All right. Well, let's get Tendrils of Agony. I guess I should have flared the bolt because now this is actually not going to be quite lethal. It's gonna take them to 2. All right. Well, you learn something new on flares every day, right? Okay. So they get to wash away and counter 1 of the copies and then go to 2. I mean, Behold the Beyond is a card. I sacked the Drum. Now I kind of wish I'd sacked the Skull Clamp a little bit. Okay, so what's in their hand? Wash Away's gone. What is going on? You're losing it. Deluge. Wash Away's gone. Logic Knot's gone. Deluge. Okay. They passed the turn. They're at 2. Have all lands in hand. Can I draw a bolt here? Oh, they're casting something. Shielders Edict me? Nice. And they have 3 cards in hand, and his Memory Deluge, Spell Snare, Infernal Punch. Play Great Furnace. And I think I just cast this. This is a wild game. Behold the Beyond. See if they have an answer. Did I already use Simian Spirit Guide this game? I did, right? I was going to say I could get Lightning Bolt Simian Spirit Guide. That would be sick. Well, I kind of think I do want Lightning Bolt. I've already played a land. And 2. Demonic Tutor's probably still very good. And do I have anything I can get cast out of my graveyard that's relevant? What's funny is I think the Lightning Bolt's actually, because I guess that I have, oh, I didn't know their Nihil Spellbomb is gone, so I guess getting like Yogg-Will is probably pretty good too. All right, let's just get those 3 then. Pass the turn and see what they do. We'll see. Spell Snare. And who knows what else. All right. Weird game. It's been a cool game, I'll say that. And really what they need is to make me discard multiple cards because it's going to be pretty hard. Oh, I guess I shouldn't have gotten DT against Spell Snare. That's true. I'll dismiss it. Out of sight, out of mind. Well, if they make me discard, I'll discard the Demonic Tutor. Oh, okay. They cast their own Demonic Tutor. Huh. And they're going to Thoughtseize me? No, well, not Thoughtseize. Inquisition, sure. Oh. And they have 3 mana left, 4 cards in hand. Yeah, I guess instead of DT, I'm not even sure what I should have gotten, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Let's cast Rograkhing. Let's clamp it. Figure I might as well get that going first. Because if I draw some hand disruption, that would be pretty nice. And they haven't played a land in a little bit. They DT'd for Inquisition, I guess, and they have Spell Snare to stop the Demonic Tutor. It's unclear if they have something to stop the Yogg-Will. Subtlety, Pitching, Mana Leak. They have 2 cards. All right. Guess I'll put it on top, sure. Cast DT. They're going to Spell Snare it. If their last card in hand is a counter, well then I guess that's what'll be happening. And Yogg-Will. Oh. Cling to Dust? Exile the Lightning Bolt? Oh, they did have that. Okay. I mean, unless they have another counter, I should still be fine. DT. Unless they drew it off the Cling to Dust. Whew. What a match. All right. Well, not going to say I played that one perfectly, but that was a lot of fun. All right, let's do one more here. All right, battling against Zurgo Bellstriker. Okay, well, I will keep this hand. Yeah, this hand looks like it's good, but makes this Necropotence a little bit less good. They get to turn 1 a Zurgo. So what am I doing here on turn 1 and 2? I mean, I guess I'll see what I draw, because this land enters tapped and can only tap twice. This one enters tapped, can tap as many times as you want, but only sacrifice once. Okay. Well, that actually makes things a little easier because now I'll sack this, get Badlands, Inquisition, and then turn 2 I could maybe Collective Brutality. Beaumont Courier, Robber the Rich, Vicino Pyramids. Yeah, that looks like it, huh? I'll take Robber. I think that's going to be the most annoying one. All right. No reason to play Rograkhing yet. Mountain, Pyromancer, Robbers. They have Forked Bolt, Spike Field, Hazard. So this turn, suspend Profane Tutor. Yeah, if I want this card to do anything, I gotta suspend it. All right, let's get Basic Swamp. You should always get your Basic Swamp first. There's 2 Basic Swamps, 1 Snow-Covered Swamp. If you get the 1 Basic Swamp, your Tainted Pact doesn't hit doubles, so that's worth doing. Necropotence is kind of a dead card here, so I'm gonna count on Profane Tutor to kind of get the job done. So I'm gonna suspend this now. Next turn I take 4, maybe 5 down to 9, and then I go Collective Brutality, kill probably Pyromancer because I can recast Zurgo and gain 2 life, and maybe even take one of these spells out, go back up to like 11. Yeah, and then maybe shoot me down to 7. Yeah, looks like I should get Profane Tutor to go off. It's not enough to win the game based on that. Also, come on, let's go. But 2 more draw steps could end up getting me what I need to win, especially since next turn I also get to, I can play Rograkhing at some point to block, and I can also play one of these lands to, okay, they drew a mountain. What else did they draw? Is this, okay, Forked Bolt. Well, it's possible that Collective Brutality, discarding, Wishclaw is not horrible, but let's just do this. Discard, -2, -2, lose 2. So I have to discard. Yeah, that seems fine. Pyromancer. Black. Discard Necropotence. Discard Dwarven Ruins. I have 2 other tap lands in hand. I don't think I'm going to use both. They can Spike Field Hazard me, but if they've drawn another burn spell, I do get to at least tag that one. I don't really care about Beaumont Courier. So I have 5 cards. I might have 6 cards in my graveyard. Profane Tutor 7. So I'll probably Profane Tutor for Cabal Ritual. And then I can Wishclaw for something. I should definitely play Peat Bog. And so next turn I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say I do get Cabal Ritual. That puts me up to 7 mana. So I can Wishclaw. And okay, that wasn't really that hard to figure out, to be honest. But I assume I'm going to have to win my next turn. Again, I could play Rograkhing, but I don't think that does too much for me. I mean, actually, I guess I go to 5 here. Technically, I could wait 1 more turn. Oh, they're just cracking the Beaumont now? Sure. I think I get Cabal Ritual here, because I'm going to get Cabal Ritual pretty much no matter what. Let's see. So I have 4 mana. If I Ritual, I go up to 7 mana. If I Wishclaw and find Yogwill, no, that really doesn't do anything. I'm going to need something else. Is there any other thing I would want to get this turn then? Can I mean, I'm at 5, facing down just a Zurgo, but maybe a Den of the Bugbear, maybe instant speed burn. I guess I have to assume they don't have 5 points of burn. I mean, I guess I could get Culling the Weak. But those both add actually the same amount of mana. That's a little easier. So let's see, if I get Culling the Weak, play Rograkhing, Culling, 4, 5, 6, still 7 mana. Wishclaw puts me down to 4 mana. But then if I go Yogwill, problem is I don't have a tutor afterwards because Profane Tutor and that doesn't actually tutor. The downside of getting Culling the Weak versus Cabal Ritual is that if I draw another sacrifice card, I won't be able to sacrifice Rograkhing to both. Can I also get Demonic Tutor, do Underworld Breach? Does that do something? Let's see. If I get Demonic Tutor, then I go DT Cabal Ritual. Sack this for black. No, I don't have black. No, let's say I get black. Hold on. Let's say if I get Profane Tutor, get Cabal Ritual. 5 mana, 6 mana, Wishclaw down to 3. No, it still doesn't quite do it. If I drew a land, I think getting DT for Breach could do it. Or let's see, what if I do Culling the Weak though? Hold on. Culling the Weak. So I get DT for Culling the Weak. No, but that doesn't work either. Okay, I think I'm going to get Cabal Ritual and hope to draw any action spell. Okay. I mean, I guess I could just do the classic. Ritual, gamble. Yeah, all right. That seems like 7 cards. That seems like the likely most easiest way to win. 2/3 chance. Because right now, if I get Demonic Tutor, I can DT Strong Count 3. Because if I just get Yogwill, gamble after Yogwill is not very good. If I just get, no, I can't get Underworld Breach. So if I get Demonic Tutor, I DT have 3 mana, cast Yogwill, play Tarn, Cabal Ritual, 1, 2, 3, yeah, I'll still have enough. Yeah, that should be good. All right, so that means I'm getting Demonic Tutor here. Yeah. Live by the gamble, die by the gamble. I won the 50-50 last time. This time I did not. All right, well, hold on. I'm going to play Wishclaw. I mean, if I Wishclaw here for Yogwill, I can play a land. I guess here is where having Culling the Weak would have been better, I guess. But, I mean, Wishclaw down to 2 mana, 3 mana. 5. I can play the Rograkhing. Can Raucous Theater? No, but that doesn't really help much. I think we're toast. Raucous Theater. Mildred Fugue. Play Rograkhing. This deck's hard. It's fun, but it's hard. I'm sure there's something I could have done. Maybe they just have 2 lands in hand. Okay, so then they animate the den, I chump. I mean, if I untap, I do still win at this point. Because then I just get to go get Yogwill, and that's it. Hazoret the Fervent? Okay. Yeah, I'll put you in the command zone. That's fine. No, actually, maybe I should not. I don't even know. Yeah, this should win pretty easily, right? Wishclaw. All right, well, we take those. Wishclaw for Yawgmoth's Will. I guess I did want this in the graveyard, huh? Or I could get Underworld Breach. Maybe that's even better. Wishclaw, play Breach, cast Cabal Ritual with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I still have enough mana, right? Or enough cards in graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, so I could get Cabal or Underworld Breach, cast Cabal Ritual, have no mana floating, have 3 mana, and then I cast Cabal Ritual, Demonic Tutor, something like that. All right, here, let's just check. So if I get Yogwill, I cast Yogwill, no mana floating, play a land. I guess it'd be a fetch land. I go to 2. That could be a bad idea. And then I go Cabal Ritual, Demonic Tutor. Oh, I guess what I can do is I can play 5 mana, go to 3 mana, play Rograkhing, cast Demonic Tutor, Flare of Duplication it, get Dark Ritual, and no, maybe Underworld Breach. So if I go Underworld Breach, exile 3, play Cabal Ritual, and then I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in my graveyard. 5 mana left. I cast Rograkhing into 2 mana, and then I go Demonic Tutor down to 1 mana, flare it. Yeah, all right. That seems like that's probably fine. So Underworld Breach. All right. I also don't take damage off a fetch land, which is, I think, pretty good. I mean, also I can gamble into my graveyard if I need to, but I think I can just start with Cabal Ritual, exile 3 lands. Okay, 5 mana. If I play Rogra, I'll go down to 3 mana. Oh, I guess I would Demonic, or yeah, then Demonic Tutor and copy it. Yeah, all right. Cast this. Cast Demonic Tutor. Sack. So if I exile those 3 and then I copy it, I can get Dark Ritual. Well, let's see. If I, hold on. I have 9 cards, so if I exile 3, if I exile those 3 and then I cast Cabal Ritual 5. Oh, actually, I think this actually works. Let's go Cabal Ritual. Holding down control right now. Cast Flare of Duplication, sack Rogra, and don't return it to the command zone. And so now one Cabal Ritual's 3 mana, but the other one's 1,000,000 mana, and then I can go Demonic Tutor. And I have 6 mana left. And I can play 1 more card. Yeah, then I can get this. This works. Okay. Well, he figured it out eventually. Tendrils you. And then flashback Tendrils off of Underworld Breach. What a game. Okay. This like I said, this deck leads to some really fun wins. I do think it's possible I could have won on the turn prior, but I didn't get there. It's also one of the things I enjoy playing this deck is playing this somewhat complicated combo deck off like not a lot of practice. It's just I enjoy playing decks like this, so it's kind of fun trying to figure out interactions and lines on the fly. I hope I'm not spending too much time thinking. I try to pause it if I'm really going deep in the tank, but you can let me know if you'd like me to be a little more aggressive on that. But I like talking through the different lines. I think that is kind of the part of the interesting thing. All right, game 2. You know, having a hand of 3 discard spells, good in some matchups, not so much this one. So I'll mulligan that. Really, I just want to go for speed here. This I'll keep, and I don't really need all these lands, but Grief is pretty bad against them. Let's put back, what are we going to do? Turn 1 Bolt, turn 2 Demonic Tutor. Yeah, all right. Let's just put back Swamp. It's fine. We're kind of conceding. I say we, because as you all really made a good decision here. You actually did make a pretty good decision. I think this is a pretty good video. Not a bad way to spend your time. But I'm just going to give up on Lake of the Dead. That's what I mean when I say we, is what we were giving up on. It's Lake of the Dead because I just put back my only Swamp. Now I'm like kind of impossibly far away from that. It's nice that I have Bolt for the turn 1 Zergo. That's like my, plus 6 health or something like that. It's just not really going to be that big of a deal if you get to bolt that down and then take a lot less damage, but we'll see. And here comes Zergo, the Bell Striker. Oh. Let's do that. Well, I guess technically I should still play Drone first. Normally you don't want to expose Roga, but this looks like a pretty good time to do that. Now I get to go Bolt. Oh. Should I have just played? Well, no, the issue with playing turn 1 Saga and doing that is if they then bolt the Rogue out, then I don't get to make a Saga token on 2. And this deck, it's not so good at Sagaing that I want to give up the token. So we'll see what they do. Because they have a pretty big incentive to kill Rogrock, but turn 2 I've got lined up Saga DT is pretty nice. They don't have like Searing Blaze or something. Fugitive Codebreaker, Prowess Haste. All right. Okay. Oh, I guess I'll kill the Prowess Haste thing because it could deal more damage and they can't recast it. So Bolt trading for their turn 2 play, also pretty good. Players is Saga. I could gamble first, but then I'm like 50-50 to lose either DT or the card I gambled for. But what's the upside? The upside is that, well, what would I gamble for, I guess, is a good question. What am I trying to assemble here? I'm still like not that close to going off, but I've got a few turns here. I mean, I could play Necro this turn. That doesn't seem like a good idea. I have 1, 2, 3. I can't even play Necro this turn. Maybe I just gamble for Underworld Breach. If I discard DT, I end up having Breach plus those, and if I don't, I can get like a ritual of some kind. All right. Discarded Crystal Vein. Yeah, not as good as discarding Grief, but still okay. And here, I get Culling the Weak or Dark Ritual. The problem with Culling the Weak is if they kill Rograkhing, but they didn't do that last turn. All right, let's get Culling the Weak. Pass the turn. And we're pretty nicely set up here. Habit. Okay, Exile Mountain. So they hit their land. So they didn't have a burn spell to kill my Rograkhing. All right, so it's possible this Urza Saga whole thing was just a debate the whole time, because I think, can I go off this turn? Let's see. I drew a black card. It's actually not that bad because now I can pitch cast Grief. So I have 1, 2, 3 mana. By Culling the Weak, I go up to 6 mana. Play Breach down to 4 mana. And then I can play one spell. So I can play DT, but I can also, let's see. Culling the Weak, Breach. 4 mana left. Oh, this will go to the graveyard. Oh, and then I can go, hold on. Let's see, if I tap those, cast Culling the Weak, sack Rograkhing, cast Underworld Breach. Then I cast Grief, pitching Fatal Push, exile these 3 to recast Culling the Weak, sacking the Grief, and then exile those 3 to DT. And then 6 mana. So I have 1, 2, 3, 6, 4, 7, 5 mana left after DT, and I've played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spells. Let's see where this goes. I feel like this will be good. Let's go. Tap this for black. Culling the Weak, sacrifice this. This goes to the graveyard. Cast Underworld Breach. I guess I don't need to tap the Saga yet. Cast Grief by exiling Fatal Push. Okay, and stack it. Take a card out of their hand. Skullcrack and Royal Eruption, sure. Culling the Weak, sacking Grief, exiling 1, 2, 3. And then Demonic Tutor, paying 1, exiling 1, 2, 3. And I'll go Command Zone. I just exile this, I guess. And then now I can return this to the Command Zone. Yeah, I guess so. And so I can't quite Tendrils here, but I feel like I can do probably something decent. I have 5 mana left. Yeah, Dark Petition doesn't quite do it. I can make a Saga token, if that matters. Or I can just Tendrils for 12. I felt like I was going to do some things, but like I said, I wasn't really sure where it was going to end up. They have a Royal Eruption in hand, so it attacked me for a lot. So I guess Necro's not going to do that much. The only problem I have with Tendrils is I don't... Oh, I can get Beseech. So spell 5, Beseech spell 6. Tendrils would be spell 7. 4 mana left. I'd have 1 mana floating after I Beseech. I can Tendrils them for 14. Unfortunately, I can't quite get to like empty the Warrens. I'm a little bit of mana short. Just a little bit of mana. And I've got Urza Saga, which isn't really doing a whole lot for me now. But Urza Saga could get something next turn. All right, let's Beseech the Mirror. Sack this. Tendrils of Agony, and then Tendrils them for 14. All right. And this will buy me a little time, I would say. I go to 29, they go to 6. I probably should have waited a turn. I really did want to see what was happening. I'm not going to lie. So I get Royal Eruption. I mean, Rogra is back in town. So let's go Ebon Stronghold. Let's tap this for a mana. I'm going to get Skull Clamp. Cast Rogra. Hope they don't have a cheap burn spell, which they didn't last turn. Skull Clamp it. They could also sack Beaumont Courier, maybe. They have at least 1 mountain in hand. In fact, that's the only card we know. And I will return this to the command zone this time. Draw 2 cards. Play a land. Pass the turn. Okay. I'm still at 20, so, I mean, the Beaumont's, heating up. Ooh, what is this? 3 mana? Like a Molten Rain or something? No, 4 mana? Oh, the Exiled Simian Spirit Guide. Oh, they went to cast Simian Spirit Guide. Okay, that's a lot less scary. So I have at least 1 more turn, I would say. Oh, Grim Tutor. I'm at 15. Next one I take 2, 4, 6, 7, down to 8. If 1 prowess card, 7, 2 prowess cards, 6. I guess if they double burn me next turn, then yes, I might die. Because right now I can cast Grim Tutor, I have no mana floating. So let's just go Jet Medallion. Dwarven Ruins. And I think I win next turn. They have to find a couple burn spells here. The cool thing though is if they sack the Beaumont before damage, they don't get to deal 1, but if they sack it after, they don't get prowess. So they even have to cast their second spell to get ahead here. Yeah, if they have 2 burn spells, there's a decent chance I'm dead. But they also have to have the mana to cast all of them. I mean, they're just cashing Beaumont now. All right. I guess that's a play, sure. Chain Lightning, something like that. Oh, Kumano faces Kakazan. That's only 2 damage because the prowess. So at 14. And now there's Chain Lightning. 11. All right. Do they have a 3rd spell? I don't think they do. They might. Oh, wait. But this puts me to 3. So Grim Tutor doesn't work. Oh. Oh, and they drew Fire Blast of all spells. Okay. Well, yeah, all right. That was pretty lucky. They drew 3 burn spells and 4 cards. But that is what their deck is doing. I'm just curious if I would have won if I got to take my next turn here. Okay, draw a card. I wouldn't have. Even with the Fire Blast, I wouldn't have died. All right. I guess I should have waited a turn. I just wanted another game, All right. I would like to play first. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this hand definitely looks good enough. Turn 1, Peat Bog. Turn 2, I can cast Dreadfugue and Tainted Pact, which makes me commit to the Pact right away, but I think that's okay. I could also pitch Dreadfugue to play Unmasked, but I just don't think that's going to really make too much sense. I don't know. Doesn't seem like that's going to deal enough. I'm just going to cast Dreadfugue for 1 mana. It's going to do the same thing as Unmasked, basically. And then Underworld Breach, Culling the Weak is a good combo. Need a little bit more than that, though. I guess we'll see maybe what Tainted Pact finds. It's a shame Lion's Eye Diamond's not legal. But if that were the case, this would be a completely different format, I suspect. All right. Do they have it? Do they have the turn on Zergo? Ah, they do. Let's see. Oh, Seething Song is not bad either. I mean, get the mountain. Yeah, I do have double swamp in here. Actually, hold on. I should just Dread Fugue first because I'm not going to do anything else. Dread Fugue, Firebolt, Goblin, Bushwhacker. I mean, it's all the same card. Next turn, I guess the Kumano is 1, and then next turn another 1, and then the turn after that another 2, but plus that another 3 versus Hired Claw. Yeah, sure, I'll take Kumano. I think that's more damage overall, and then cast Tainted Pact. Do I Profane Tutor in my hand? No. Stitcher's Supplier into my hand? No. Seasoned Pyromancer? No. Tendrils of Agony. Oy. I don't really want to exile Tendrils, but I think I have to. Bonus round? No. Resentful Revelation? No. Rite of Flame? No. Mausoleum Secrets? No. Control of Khazad-dûm? No. Crystal Vein? No. Blackcleave Cliffs? No. Desperate Measures. Which one's that? Forgetting the name. Can I not see the actual card? Desperate Measures? That's like some sort of sack thing? That's the +1/-1 Skull Clamp thing. No, I don't want that in my hand. Desperate Ritual? No. And I haven't hit Swamp yet. That's the only... Peer to the Abyss? No. Thoughtseize? Definitely not. Empty the Warrens. Okay, so now next turn I can go Ritual, Breach. Yeah, I'll put Empty the Warrens in my hand. I actually think I can do something kind of nice with this next turn. Stormscale Scion would have been better. I will say, but I mean, I get to do some good emptying here. Emptying the Cheons, as they call it. Lava Spike. All right, I go to 14. Draw. I mean, there's some good action. Oh, Cabal Ritual's nice action. All right, sack this for black. I guess... Do I want to unmask or Cabal Ritual? I've probably got a Cabal Ritual. Let's go Cabal Ritual. Seething Song. Underworld Breach. So now I can play one card from my graveyard, but then I can play another one after, because I can go Seething Song, go up to 6 mana, and then I empty the Warrens down to 2 mana, and then I exile, empty the Warrens, Seething Song, Cabal Ritual, and maybe like cast a Tainted Pact. So let's go Seething Song. Exile those. Cast Rograkhing. Gotta get that storm count up. Empty the Warrens. I could have Braid empty, but I think this will be fine. Because I want to cast Tainted Pact afterwards here. Tainted Pact, exile those 3. Shambling Gas in my hand, no. Sandstone Needle, no, I don't think so. Liquid, no. Ashburns, no. Bowmasters, no. I think maybe I just take Badlands? I don't know, I have 12 goblins. I'm probably just going to win if I do this. So what else could I have done here? I could have abraded first and then had, instead of Tainted Pacting, and then have 2 more goblins. Yeah, that's probably just better, to be honest. They're attacking? Oh man, that is not a good play, I don't think. I guess the Hired Claw gets damaged, but now I just get to kill all their stuff. And killing the Hired Claw is actually even really good. I mean, I guess it takes me 3 turns to kill them now. But if I draw a black card, I can unmask. Well, I can unmask next turn, so Attack with everything. Well, not the Rograkhing. 14 or 13. Pretty hard for them to kill me from here, especially without creatures. Okay. Kill that. Chump. And then on my turn, I can cast... yeah, put this in the command zone. I don't think I'm casting it again. Depends what I draw. Whew, that wasn't a great draw. Let's unearth or unmask, sacking my land here. I was kind of hoping just to draw a black card. Take their Firebolt. Attack for 7. They're at 6. They can block, or I guess they can play Zergo. Attack me down to 8, play Zergo, block, go to 1, attack me down to 5. Except I get to play Rograkhing, so don't think it's really going to work out. I guess they could leave 2 back. Oh, nice. Nice. Ooh. 2 and 1. All right, that's all the brain power I have for this deck for now, but let's take a look at the deck. It's a fun deck to play. I mean, it has some weaknesses for sure. I do like, here's the best parts about the deck, and if you are, playing in a Duel Commander event or online or in paper, whatever, here's like some of the pros and cons. I think it's really good against people who have too much creature removal in their deck. This deck does not care that much about it. Yes, it sometimes matters they kill Rograkhing in response to Skull Clamp or whatever, but for the most part, creature removal is not that good against you. Sweepers, yeah, sometimes they get you on Warrens or Stormscale, but stranding, all those like Swords to Plowshares, Path to Exile, Solitude, that kind of thing is pretty nice. It can be fast, but it's obviously a little inconsistent. I think this deck could turn 2 with the right hand. Actually, it might even be able to technically turn 1 if it has like the perfect hand, but I would say this is around a turn 4 deck a lot of the time, but that's pretty good. And that's through some disruption, because you will expect some. It's got a lot of good hand disruption. It might have a little too much creature removal. It's hard to tell. Galvanic Discharge, Lightning Bolt, Fatal Push. You want some amount of that. You don't want too much, though. And there's some cards like Mausoleum Secrets I'm a little bit skeptical on. And I also don't know if you want both the 7 drops. I've just had some issues having too many of those. That being said, it's a really fun deck. It's a good deck. There's some games where it can really win out of nowhere. I'm also a little suspicious of the suspend cards. They've been pretty bad for me. But it's definitely a tricky deck to play. I don't think I played a single one of those games perfectly, and it's possible that I could have won either by waiting a turn or going a turn sooner. Who knows? In any case, that's our descent into Rograkhing. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back tomorrow with another draft, but until then, keep on dueling. Duel Commander has been a lot of fun. Expect to see some more of it here. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.